know that.
During the course of the discussion, I said, or reduce the fat.
So
Because fat is a stimulant in our body.
fat stimulate more fat hormones.
Fat
Yeah.
stimulates a huge amount of
Okay,
things.
got it.
Yeah, we Americans need less fat in our diet.
Okay.
And if you're going to eliminate it, you want to
You good
eliminate
in
it.
medication. Any comment on Saladin, the expensive acne prescription? Saladin.
Saladin?
Yeah. They're about $675 from 1 month supply.
Yeah, it's a slight variation of another medication that's a lot cheaper. You know, the dermatologists have said we're only going to use that for people that have failed on the other form,
yeah.
and they don't. They go right to it because I'm sorry, they've got a sales rep that just brought lunch into the whole office and just gave them an hour presentation and maybe a golf trip. So there is.
They can feed you a good lunch till you buy it, you can carry it and sell it.
The only reason you'd want to use that is if you used the generic and you had failed on it, but they still want to use that same medication. In 95% of the patients, maybe 98% of the patients, they will see no difference at all. It's basically trying to take a drug that was brand name and expensive, went generic, price dropped, now 40 people make it, and it's now $2 a hundred, and they want you to get back to that $200 for 30. It's the same.
I didn't know that's generic for that Saladin.
There's not that, but what they've done is they've taken the generic drug, changed the salt. If you go back to your old chemistry, they changed the salt. So it's the same chemical, it's just now a different salt of that chemical, which makes it now patentable. Once you get a patent on that salt, then you're the only one that can make it for all those years in price.
All that does is antibiotic, right?
Yeah, that's all it is.
It's just a strong antibiotic.
Yeah.
It doesn't help on hormonal like birth control.
It's the same antibiotic that's generic. They just changed the salt. The activity is really insignificantly improved.
What's the generic?
What's the name of the generic?
Minocycline or doxycycline is one of the others.
Doxycycline.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
If you have someone that comes to you and they are on DUAC or
DUAC,
and everything, now I know we can't tell them to change their doctor's orders, but if you're going to advise them about how they might come off of it, I'm just curious about how do you say just stop, or do you wean them?
You can answer that. I'll see
That
if
one
I
I'll
agree.
take. We normally just say, continue right on with that. And they wouldn't be at your place if they were having any success.
Right.
We don't want to upset the physician. Continue right on with it as long as it's not a topical. And use this program. And when you're through with that prescription, you can decide if you need to continue that or not. And generally, that gives us 3 weeks, and they're doing wonderfully, and they're ready to say goodbye to. They just need that safety cushion.
But he's talking about you're talking about the oral antibiotic. The DUAC, the benzocaine are topical.
Okay.
They've got benzoyl peroxide. Don't use benzoyl peroxide with our products.
No.
Yeah, so you want to tell them, you know.
No
if you want to
BP
finish your
topical?
Pardon? No
no
benzoyl
BP?
peroxide topical. We want you to use our products and our products only.
Topical.
Because that's topically. If they want to continue the tube, fine. They don't want to throw it away. It's going to run out in 60 days of life on that anyway. You've got to throw it away. If they want to finish the tube, fine. But they're seeing you because that didn't work. Saying, okay, do you want to finish or should we start today? Then orals finished, topicals, tell them you're going to sit this aside, leave it here. I'll throw it away for it. And
I usually get the tip off. Usually I tell my clients that if they come to me and check on the history, medical history, and they said they've been using DUAC for like 3-6 months, I usually ask them all the record what you've been doing and have had any change. Most of the reason they come because nothing worked for them. So I say, okay, try something new now, but you can continue to use that or set on the side for a trial process. I say because so many different products out there, they're all great, but that doesn't mean they all fit for your body. Everybody's tolerating in a different way, it responds in a different results. So usually they give it a try by that and get back to
success
it.
sometimes can be subtle. People look in the mirror every day and they remember what they saw yesterday, but they don't remember what they saw 2 weeks ago. So we mentioned taking a picture, and you should take a picture not only for us, but for them. Keep a photo with digital cameras, take a picture, And when they come in a month later, take another picture and put them side by side. This is where you were a month, this is where you are now. Try to get them the same light, same angle, all of that type of stuff. It can really make a difference. Even your anti-aging, when you put them on a regimen, this is what you looked like 4 months ago. Because they'll forget. Oh, it's not, I don't look any better. Well, they do, but they just don't remember. So take a picture and then keep a history. Kind of a log for them. No, they'll think it's great. Keep a log on it, and then when you get those good ones, send them us. Get their permission to use them. Any other questions? We are in booth 1527. Barb's over there right now. We're going to be over there. We'll be here all day tomorrow. Come visit with us. We've got information. Sometimes I know this sounds kind of over the top, like, wow, this is so much stuff. It's really not. You've got the basis. We've got handouts for you. The system isn't that complicated. It works. Corey, does the system work?
It really does.
Yeah.
I've never used anything like it, and I cannot believe that you guys could sell this cheap.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll raise the price.
Corey switched over to us a year ago, maybe.
In August, not even a year
Yeah.
yet.
And so it's really impacted her business and everything else. So.
I've got clients calling me, here, you've got something for my daughter. I mean, it's the word of mouth.
Yeah.
It's been really
So it works in
that it's easy to use. 1 month supply, you can give it to your client and you have more control. I took this product to Europe, so this is the line.
Yeah. And if this works in Crested Butte, Colorado, it'll work in your town. Because you get all sorts of things. You get cold, you get hot, you get
I live at
elevation.
9,000 feet, and
Yeah.
it was
Dry.
blizzarding when I left 2 days ago. So the conditions are really harsh.
Yeah, they are. That's why I say it. It's
All
not.
of my teenagers play hockey, and they ski, and they do everything. So they've got all of those, every issue I see.
Mhm. And it works in the Sacramento Valley, and
Yes.
so
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.